Well, it's first race day of the year, Icebreaker day 2, which yesterday should have been day 1, but it was really cold out, so they canceled. It was wet. It rained Thursday night into Friday, so smart move on their part to cancel the first day. But it's pretty cold today. It is warming up. It's almost 11 o'clock, and it's about 30. I don't know, it's in the 30s already. So it's gonna be pretty nice today for February. I got our mascots here getting ready to go. So just got to the shop. I'm going to button some things up. Just some little things I need to just go over, check some tire pressure, measure a couple tires, stuff like that. And then we'll get loaded up and head over to the track. Heather's at home making her normal food. And got some t-shirt stuff to get situated. We sold some shirts online. But hard to believe it's a 2024 season already. The whole off season just kind of flew by, and I think we're ready to rock and roll. Hi, I'm Billy Dietrich, sprint car mechanic and driver. I've been around racing my whole life, and it's pretty much all I know. We created this channel to share the good and the bad and everything in between. Our crew may not be the most experienced or professional, but we get it done and we have a good time doing it. We'll show you what it's really like racing weekly at some of the best tracks in central Pennsylvania. I'm also going to share some sprint car tutorials, mechanics, and parts, and whatever else I feel like. So like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Enjoy the ride. Yeah, boy. Making a couple last minute adjustments here per se, so that's got to do a little tuning on the shocks. He's putting the shock covers on there. We got legendary Bugman here helping out.
Kind of bring his operation together.
Makes this shop a race shop.
And we got our mascot Honeycrisp. I think we're about ready to load. So let's fasten in these covers of the shock. Get this thing out in the sun. Go to the track. Right here.
What is going on?
Fuel?
Fuel.
I think it was
That's on.
Okay.
Yeah. What's happening?
What's happening here?
Oh, you know, everything's cold, so the Fooler's giving us a hard time. Plenty of gas. Battery might be a little weak, but it runs. It just don't run
Good.
long enough. Oops.
Wow, fail.
Well, the one thing I didn't look at.
Forler's going back in. Sus- There's my baby. We're ready to go. I scooped a little bit out to eat on the way. Would have probably been a good idea to, like, I don't know, not sit in my ass all winter because I'm gonna die. Jilly's doing good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so far.
Oh.
Told him to just leave me behind. I need a breather. These wing panels are killing me. Oh my God. Nate to the rescue. Oh, I'm like embarrassed and that's out of shape.
All right, something a little different today. Chris Frank brought the rig in.
So we're getting all our steps in.
We're getting our steps in. There was a long line to get in, so we had to let Chris bring the rig in. But not as many people here as I thought there'd be. That's for sure. There's Randy.
Oh no, he didn't.
Hey, what?
Oh shit.
$51. Holy shit. Well, we're back here, our normal spot, turn 3 at Lincoln, getting ready to go. Drew a 51 as you saw, so I think there's roughly 24, 25 cars. That's probably all they're going to get. The fans are filing in. So the track, me and Chris, Frank just talking about, looks, they're still putting water on
They're
it.
still watering it, and we're about an hour from engine starts.
And it's like in the 40s, so my prediction is it might get pretty dry. So anyway, that's what's going on. Ready to get the season started. I'm excited. Everybody's been checking out the car. I think everybody's stopped in for all the comments. And appreciate everybody watching. Let's go racing.
Are you having a good time right now? You got all cars and stickers?
Got all your free swag in your Danny car?
We missed you now.
Show your shirt.
Here, show your shirt, honey.
Oh man, that's awesome. Is he gonna win today? I hope so.
Well, I'm just talking about tear-offs. We got a sluggery in the house. Dave Williamson's here. How many tear-offs did you use, Dave?
I only ever used one. I'd used one tear off on the helmet, then I had a rag I put down between my legs. And I actually would tear the one tear off because I couldn't see.
No way. You wipe while you're racing?
It's always good to wipe sometimes after you're racing. But yeah, I'd use one tear off. When that was gone, I couldn't wait to tear that son of a bitch thing off because I couldn't see with tear offs. It was not easy for me to do.
Tear-offs were different back then. They were a lot thicker. They weren't as clear.
These things would flutter.
Yeah.
Especially on the big racetracks and stuff, you couldn't see nothing.
How about you, Dwight? Do you ever take a rag while you're racing and wipe? Wisdom from Dave. Drivers meeting's up next. We'll go here and maybe they'll teach me, tell us all how to drive today. I'm sure the hot topic will be this scoreboard, so this should be interesting. The drivers meeting is over. Basically not much about the scoreboard at all. They just pretty much said keep an eye on it. We should be good in a couple weeks. Noteworthy part is they moved the starting line over about 15 feet, almost on the front stretch now. That's kind of interesting. And everything else is pretty much the same. It's a top 3 redraw from the heat. We're in the second heat, starting I think 7th, 25 cars. And quicker bill rules still the same. They haven't done anything there yet either. So kind of a easy driver's meeting. So we're pretty much ready to go. I think should be a quick show. Over. The car wasn't too bad, just kind of knocking rust off a little bit. Definitely the track's dry and out, some black streaks. So we're gonna, in the second heat, we're gonna hook up some, do some minor changes, stuff like that. So I don't know how it's gonna be for passing. It seemed pretty narrow in hot laps, so we're gonna start 7th or taking 6th. First heat they're calling out now, so we're gonna go next. So we made a couple. The car felt pretty good. The shocks we're getting used to that. It's a little different than we had before, so we're just kind of guessing a little bit. But the car felt stable, so I'm happy with that. Well, we're getting ready to go green. I'm thinking, well, I just need to get a good start, stay on the inside, and try and at least pick off a spot if I can. And not the best start. A little loose getting into one here, and close to that guardrail. 5 got me right away, so I'm running behind, and here we go. Oink. I'm good for that at least once on the opening day, hitting that inside guardrail. A lot of guys do that, and so now I'm like, well, I'm just gonna try and smooth out here, and I can see something's going on up ahead here. Tyler's way out of shape. I couldn't tell it was him at first, but now I can see there's something wrong with his car, and he's in trouble. This thing is on the right front, and he's going right into the wall, and boink, there he goes. Well, they got Tyler all cleaned up and got him off the track, and we're back to green flag action here. And as you can see, it's pretty bright, and we just passed the flag stand, and Can't see the scoring, the new flagman screen. You can see it's pretty bright. The sun's pretty bright, and if you look at it again this time, you can't really see it. There it is. There it's going. So, as you can see, I'm kind of like messing with my shield a little bit there. It's pretty cold out. Moving up a little bit, so I was like cracking my shield, just trying to get it to unfog some. Really not much racing going on there. As you can see, the guys in front of me just kind of doing the same thing. And there, Freddie got really high. He went in high, and there's just nothing up there. It's pretty much a one-lane track. So we end up 6th, which puts us in the show. And not much passing, but we're in the feature.
I mean, you did all right. Didn't look like there's much track out there at all. Jordan Gibler led every lap.
There's no track.
Danny couldn't get him. Freddie couldn't get him. Freddie went to the top once, and then he was like way behind.
There's no track. One lane.
Wouldn't that be something? Changing the wheel already.
Oh, terrible. Man, it just wants to swap. Right rear just wants to go around the whole time. Man. Like, both corners. I thought maybe it was the wind now. It like just wants to like just over rotate right now.
So when you hit something?
I hit the inside guardrail with that nice new shiny wheel. Not shiny anymore. We're qualified. There's just no one lane. You get off the bottom, it's just marble. So maybe they'll water it for the future. It might come around, but who knows? All right. Yeah. Well, we got to do something because I mean, I can't climb straight at all. It just wants. You think it's on that left machine? It may be. It just never gets right. Once I get it corrected, it would kind of snug up and drive around, but you know, it's always on the verge of swapping in. Like it's got too much right rear, left rear is too soft. And then we finish with a different car. Track changing a whole lot.
No.
No, there's nobody. Maybe I'll pass.
Number 3.
Go ahead. I don't even need to know what you guys yet.
You want to take care of this? I'll work on the shop.
Getting schooled by the pro. One of my old GoPro will set for me when I bought it, but the new one is totally different. So as soon as I saw him, I grabbed him. He's fixing it for me.
Yep. Oh, we locked the screen. We'll unlock the screen. Screen unlock. So my preferred setting is 4K, 30 frames per second or 60, but always super view because you can crop in, but you can always crop the picture in. You can't make the picture what isn't there.
That's right.
Right?
Thank you, Will.
You're welcome.
What are you working on?
change the pressure and the shocks a little bit.
I can get you super tight. It might be
Wheel spacing adjustment. There's a couple little things. We're trying to
just have to
figure it out. Like I said earlier, there's no track out there. But you see water in the track?
The tractor's out there.
He might bring it back. It's hard to say. No matter what he does, it's so hard. I'm not sure how good it's going. Well, we're rolling off 17th in the feature. They're doing some track prep right now. Fred Lilly rode a hill at the top of the track. He's watering it, so we'll see what that does. It might make the racing pretty good. So we made some minor adjustments there just to try and figure it out. Like I said earlier, it wasn't really any passing car, was there? Other than that,
No,
everybody pretty much
none.
finished where they started.
And anybody that tried, like, they didn't really get anywhere, so went back to the bottom.
Right, you tried to go high, you're sitting on the marble, so didn't really learn a whole lot, to be honest with you. But that's the way it is sometimes these day races. You get tracks like this, so like I said, he's really going to town with the water truck out there. So we're up next. We're gonna give it a shot, see what happens. Hopefully, we went the right way. 30 laps, and we'll check in after the feature.
Two of them missing.
You probably gotta need a socket.
From 5 on the inside brake starting spot. The common industrial
What's going on?
You got it right here. Torque ball nut came off. I don't know why. God, I put it together, but nut came off. You hear me?
I'm not sure.
Torque ball nut fell off, so I saw it when I was getting in there. So we got put a regular nut on there.
So we have three.
Racing engine, Yost custom barrels and chips number 27F from Hanover and Dylan Norris. 27 on the outside, 14 starting spot. There's two still open and they've got it incorporated. Pioneer Bulldogs, 10 carry, number 8. From Shelterville, the winner of the last two opening days. Quick 10 on the inside, 19 starting spot. And the Duncan HVAC Carroll Motor Fuels, number 88. From Shelterville is Brandon Raymond. From 10 on the outside, 20th starting spot. The Hand H Materials, Slippery Rock Materials, Home Styles, Poison Honey, Lakeview Fertilizer.
Well, it's feature time. We're rolling off 18th. I think we are on the outside here, so we're coming to the line, going green, and I can tell my car is pretty tight just to start out. You know, I can just tell the lineup for the race. So we get through 1 and 2 here. You can see the sun's pretty damn bad. And I can see something going on here in front of me and not sure what until right about there. And the red lights are on, so we're going red. We'll slow it down, and I can see the 99 kind of get woed up, and the guys on the inside, and then next thing I know, there's a pile of cars there just banging into each other. I think the 5 got turned around and collected everybody there, so we're lucky to get through that because a lot of guys didn't, and even if they got through with some damage, so we squeezed by that one. Well, we're back green. Little did we know that this race was going to turn into a super marathon. And as you can see here, I'm racing with the 67, and he just get into the back of the 23, and the 23 get into the 88, and we're crashing again. So yellow again. This is probably like lap 10. Long race. Several cautions later, we're back racing again. I think we're almost to lap 13. And check out this sun. It really is as bad as it looks. You can't literally see the car in front of you get into turn 3. And the 67 spun out right there. Didn't really see it until I saw Kyle really checking up. I didn't know what was going on. But this caution is going to lead to an open red. And we're going to work on the car because we need some adjustments. So this was a kind of a blessing because I learned a lot to this point in time. And I had a good idea what I wanted to change. So I'm going to get to work on it.
So I'm not trying to bitch, but we got this fancy ass flag stand over here. But once again, we have no idea what lap it is, who's in one place, nothing. So I guess they talked about it during the driver's meeting, right, Chris? What'd they say?
So the big score tower, they said, has been here for 30 years, and with running the transponders and the mile laps, they say the software doesn't coordinate correctly. I guess come feature time that the cars are actually like a lap ahead of what the scoreboard is, so they just turn it off. I don't know why the short one doesn't work, but I mean...
Yeah, because there's another one over here that should show top 3. Whoops, sorry guys. And that one doesn't work either. So, yeah, I just think, like, I guess it's a priorities issue. Maybe it doesn't matter to anybody else. Whatever. I don't like it. All right, so second course of action here is go on race monitor. Well, it ain't live. So now, yeah. Fun times.
Well, we're going open red, and we only have 13 laps in of the 30-lap race. So you may be wondering why we need to go open now. With all the caution laps we've already ran and the distance left to run, we've gone over the allotted amount of laps that they figure on us to make it on fuel. It's a good thing we had this red because we wouldn't have made it to the end, the last 17 laps, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys in the same boat. So Dwight shows up and we kind of talk about the car. I tell him how I'm feeling, what changes I might want to make, and he's asking me a couple things about the shocks and the chassis. So we go ahead and decide to make a couple changes to the front of the car, and that's what Dwight goes up front there, and he's gonna make some changes quick, and then we're gonna get back to racing.
Seth, you all right?
I'm out of shape.
I saw you running with that fuel jug.
We didn't bring enough fuel with us, so took 5 out, and then with 2 minutes left, Corey says he'd like more fuel. So if we got that light bulb around and back and around, I'm out of shape. Yeah. We're not going to run out of fuel now, are we?
Well, you know, we had 22 gallon in it.
Yeah.
And we had 9 left. Not even 9. Not 7.
Well, we got another 16 laps left.
Yeah. So you figure 12 for a heat race.
Yeah.
And we got to put on top of that, so we'll be close.
Oh, yeah.
Depending how many cars we got.
But I'm going to sleep good tonight. I'm going to go home and go to bed. It's about that.
The adjustments definitely helped. I'm able to run the top of 3 and 4 with some speed at this point in time in the race. With a couple laps to go, and I'm racing with Cody and Matt here in the 95 and the EX and Matt Campbell. And a couple slide jobs here, and just squeak back by him there and come home 14th. The race is over. We're lucky to get through the whole race without any damage, so move on to the next race. Much better after that red. Feature's over. I'm not sure where we finished. Was not very good to start the feature out. We had open red there. I don't know, 20 laps ago maybe. We made some bigger changes. Helped a lot. Probably should have been a little further the other way than we were after the red. At least after the red, I could race. I was still just too tight getting in. We did some things before the feature probably were way wrong. That's the way it goes. Different package for us, so that's the way it goes. Still one piece, a lot of carnage out there.
here with the Turkey Terrible fan, big Billy Dietrich fan, and she's dressed as Freddie Raymer.
Did you make this costume yourself?
We did. It's 2 Pringle can lips.
I'm dead. He's not cool enough. Look at what we're drinking here. We got a freaking Four Loko. Jungle Juice Four Loko. No way. This is a shit.
But we have one.
This is amazing. I'm all in.
Well, that's going to wrap up our 2024 Icebreaker. Results weren't what we wanted, but they could have been a lot worse. I do want to say a big thank you to all the crew coming out today and putting all the work in. I appreciate all them guys. Worked all winter, so thank you to my crew. Thank you to my wife. She does a lot behind the scenes, and we couldn't do any of this without her. And last but not least, all the fans. A lot of fans here right now. Appreciate every single one of you stopping by, saying hello, buying the merch, what have you. And hey, we'll move on to next week. First race of the year is in the books, and looking forward to next week already. So we're gonna pack it up. Getting pretty cold pretty quick here, so time to get home and warm up. One more thing, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment below, comment if you were here. Let me know what you think of the car. I had a lot of people walking up to me and telling me the car looked different in person, so if you were here, I'm curious. Let me know what you think. So it was a big debate in the off-season. So signing off, see you next week.
Thanks, Bill. 2014 55 of Dominic Malera.
That's funny and everything, but yep. You guys are working on it.
You gotta sign right now.
I just want your signature. Sign it. Oh man, where at?
Anywhere. That's the easy.
That's right.
Billy, sign my arm. Sign it right over Alex. He did this last night.
You want to know what I'm doing?